Welcome back to the channel, guys. Just got back from overnighter, and one of the most things I'm asked about is my camping gear. What do I bring camping and how do I pack it? So perfect time to kind of look through it. We just pulled in from an overnighter and we'll kind of walk you through how I pack, where I pack, and what I bring. I'm definitely not somebody who packs too much. I'm definitely not an overpacker. I've got some backpacking history and not a minimalist either. But without further ado, let's kind of jump in. I'll show you where I have it and what I'm carrying for a quality night's sleep and fun in the outdoors. All right, let's start up front with the Tusk tank bag. This is their large Olympus bag. Just roll this up for you. And I'm doing recording on the road, so you might be carrying something different in here, so you'll be able to use a little bit more of this for camping and a little less for recording. I carry, and I'll go through all these individually, but my large battery bank, charge all my recording items, my amazing and lovely Nucor N25 headlamp. That thing's a dream. All my cables, battery packs, and GoPro accessories. So you're gonna have a lot more room here than I do, but so that you can alter and put some additional camping gear, riding gear in. And let's switch back to the meat of everything. All right, starting in my right hand pannier. These are the Tusk Excursions, so it is their medium-sized pannier. I think not including the bag here on top, which I'll go through. These are 52 liter. So again, I'm not quite a minimalist, but I do keep that camping gear to a little bit smaller, certainly bigger panniers out there. All right, the most important, my little bathroom Dob kits. I have my toiletries, everything in a kit together right there on top. Easy to get to. Quick grab. I always want to keep a base layer really quick to me. This is an amazing product, by the way, but this is from my friends at Appalachian Gear Company, APCO Gear. This is 100%, this is alpaca fibers. I've used this for hiking. It is absolutely amazing, but it's an alpaca hoodie. Breathes good, sweats good. This is amazing. I'll have the links and everything below, but a good quality mid layer, and you're not going to beat this for weight and warmth. This is kind of my usable side right here. And then I have my water storage bag and water filter. I'll go through that exact in a little bit here as well, but I always want easy access to filter and grab water. My camp pillow. I use something called the Squish Brick. Most comfortable damn pillow out there. Is pretty amazing. Equipment patch gear. So this is Cuban fiber patch for my tent, sleeping bag patch, water patch, little sewing needle, small accessories in here, a little bit of fire starter. Handkerchief. My Fox Outfitters camp towel, microfiber, dry, quick dry. You really can't go wrong with one of these things. But yeah, this is a lifesaver out there for cleaning dishes, for everything as you can imagine. Last but not least on this side is going to be my replacement clothes. Just carry one set of replacement clothes. Shirt, socks, underwear, just one set of everything. This thing is a lifesaver out there. You don't have to, I mean, you can go right to the ground as well, but this is my Tom Shoe little camp table. It is outstanding. Still nice and small, minimalist. So you can definitely go a little bit smaller than this, but don't skip out on all the creature comforts, guys. You're still out there to enjoy yourself. And this is a small kit. I like to stay small so the bike still feels like an adventure bike. All right, opposite side, wind and rain liner for my motorcycle jackets. Keep that on this side just so it's a quick grab. You can see kind of all that safety stuff first. This is my puffy warm jacket. This probably looks like nothing, but it is amazing. This is the Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer 2. Now, again, I've done a lot of backpacking in my day, but this thing is amazing. Weighs about 7 ounces. If you're familiar with fill down, this is 1,000 to fill, tech treated down. Weighs nothing, extremely warm. Definitely an expensive puffy, but you get what you pay for. You don't have to do a puffy like this. They all pack down, but this thing weighs nothing, takes no space up, and will always keep you warm. I've had that thing down to about -3 before on a really crazy night on the Appalachian Trail. My ground sheet for my tent, right on top so I can put that down. And then packed all the way down inside of this little stuff sack here is my tent. You can see how small that is the Big Agnes Tiger Wall UL3. Phenomenal tent, very lightweight, very roomy, yeah, absolutely amazing. I'll put the links down below. If you do have any questions, shout out. I have a lot of days in this. The Tiger Wall also got me through the entire Appalachian Trail amongst other trips. I've spent at least 300, maybe 350 nights in that thing, and now use it for the motorcycle all the time. It's fantastic, lightweight, packs down, very high quality build. And that is it on that side. Right in the middle in the old tail bag, this is the Tusk 22-liter tail bag. And when packed perfectly, gets to be a backrest as well. There is a little water-resistant zipper right there. You can see we ran into some rain. And that I just keep, if I need to, it's not on my person, like a second credit card, ID, something in there. Oh, let's put that down. Here's the meat of it. My food bag, my sleeping pad, and I have tried plenty of these. I know this is a personal thing. If you have questions or problems on sleeping pads, reach out. Again, a huge history. I know I keep saying this is a backpacker. This is the Nemo Tensor, the regular long. See how small that is? I've gone through many different sleeping pads and had plenty of problems sleeping. This thing is extremely comfortable, lightweight, and the R value is around 6, I believe, on this one. 5.7, outstandingly great product. No sponsors, just recommendations. My camp cup here, just a nice, that's the Tokes 550 milliliter for coffee and liquids. Second camp pillow, yes, second camp pillow, the Squish Brick, which is the overall comfort. This is just your standard Sea to Summit blow up. It's their lightweight one. Sometimes I like to get a little bit of a pillow underneath my knees as well occasionally. Historically, I'm somebody that suffers from some back pain, and so that just takes care of that. So now you have a lot of information on me. Once again, a small section of this is something you're probably not going to carry, but this is my drone, dual battery and charging case. So you're going to gain a little bit of space back if you're not recording out there as well like me. Cuben fiber stuff sacks. I carry a couple empty just for a little bit of everything. Cuben fiber, DCF, whatever you want to call it, extremely lightweight. All right. 2 more things in here. I've got my backup for nights. This is a very small still anchor charger. That little thing, if you can see it in my hand, is 10,000 milliamp. Only weighs about 7 ounces, and it has the quick turbocharge there for Android and iPhones. And I just use that on my phone, not my recording equipment, but that I bring into the tent and record or charge my phone with. Get about 2.5 charges out of that. This here is my sleeping quilt. I use a sleeping quilt because I used to hammock camp. I still do, but quite a bit of hammock camping out there. This gorgeous item right here, and I will go through that, is my favorite camping gear probably total. Let's see if I can get that in there. That may or may not come out. That is my hammock gear 20 degree burrow sleeping quilt. Phenomenal. When you lay down on your sleeping bag, all of that down below you is compressed and destroyed anyway. It doesn't keep you warm. This is lighter weights. Gets a little geeky on sleeping quilts, but you have comfort level, survival levels, different levels people rate at. Good quality companies rate at comfort level, that's 20 degrees. Extremely comfortable down to 20 degrees. That was also in my kit on the Appalachian Trail when I was about roughly 3 below zero on a special night out there, and I was perfectly warm. Comfort rate at 20 gives me a survival rate below zero. So no issues at all with that. But anyway, amazing. I forget the exact specs I used to know when I was hiking. I think it's like 17.9 ounces. Easily take you down to 0 degree. Hammock Gear is an outstanding company. No sponsorships, just recommendations, guys. All right, and that is my gear. We'll kind of go through a little bit more of that. And you saw how I pack it in. All right, we'll put away kind of my favorite piece again as well. This is my favorite piece of backpacking gear. Tough to say. Again, it is about 2.5 times this when it's packed down. You saw me take it out of the bike. Extremely small. I don't know if you can see this. It's about 4 inches of loft right there. I mean, look at this thing. It is, and it's still lofting up. It was compressed just a little bit ago. So cannot recommend hammock gear enough. At least look into them. There's a lot of quilts and sleeping bags out there. I do highly recommend at least examining quilts. A lot of that weight is wasted when you're sleeping on the down. This, again, a couple of my pieces are designed for outdoor backpacking. I've done some long distance trails. I've done a lot of backpacking. So a few of these items, just 1 or 2, my tent and my quilt is extremely, I shouldn't say extremely, but more expensive. Go any way that you want. Hammock gear for the win. It's amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and put this away real quick. All right, got that out of the way so you can see the rest of my beautiful little white table here. Okay, so that is that. Pillow. All right, food bag, nothing special. There's definitely a lot of ways to go, and I highly recommend if you can get yourself any Cuban fiber, DCF fiber bags. This is from a company called Z-Pack. They do a lot for the outdoor backpacking industry, but the big thing is, you know, so it's not too robust, it rolls down, but you can get your food bag anywhere. Very easy access. The Mountain Harbor, that's where I stayed on the Appalachian Trail. Wow, just got back from camping. I need a coffee. Mountain Hardware, Ghost Whisperer 2. One of the most efficient, effective backpacking, moto camping puffies you'll find. Weight and thermal, how warm it is outstanding. That's going to be a little more of an expensive puffy, as I mentioned earlier, but if it's in your budget, tried and true by thousands of backpackers, won't find anything different. Barry at Fire and Ice Outdoor Gear, you've probably seen him a lot of my videos, actually has the exact same jacket. They are bomb proof. Definitely go lower cost, less expensive. The big thing is just don't get too crazy in the wilderness without something that will warm you up backpacking. Safety first, guys. My squish brick. Take a second and Google these guys. I found them at HangCon. It's a humongous backpacking conference. hammock camping conference. That coffee's coming. Down in Florida, they do every year. I've gone down there as a vendor a few times with my 803 Outpost coffee. But Squish Brick, look them up. Unbelievably comfy, very inexpensive. All right, let's talk about this guy here. Let me bring this in for you. See if I can get that into focus there. There are a ton of water filters out there, and maybe your motorcycle camping is a little bit different than mine as well. If you're always going to campsites where you're provided drinkable, potable water, you're all set. If by chance you're getting out to the back country, if you're boondocking, just hitting some of the outdoor stuff, this is the Cat9 Be Free filter. This is fantastic. The flow rate is phenomenal. You get to go through water really well. I've used a lot of different products. I've used Sawyer's. I use everything in my outdoor experience. Excuse me. Do yourself a favor if you're looking for a water filter and at least investigate this here. I'll leave a link below with myself and many friends that have hit the outdoor backpacking for thousands and thousands of miles. Love this thing. Add this to your kit, or at least think about it if you're looking for a backcountry water filter. And the Hydro Pack, it's a little bit thicker. It's very small, but if you can see that, a little wider than a bottle cap. These Hydro Pack bags will thread right in there. You can carry multiple liters with you of dirty water after you refill all of your water devices there. So if you are in the backcountry using that type of thing, definitely look into that. Tent we touched base on. Plenty of tents out there. Motorcycle tents are everywhere. Whatever works and fits for you is fine. The big thing, like say, people are always asking me why I'm doing this video is, can I see what you're carrying? I want to start camping on my motorcycle. Let's get out there. And if you've seen some of my videos, what I talk about quite often is the camping side of motorcycling is what I was most comfortable with and am most comfortable with. I started motorcycling about 6 months ago. I'd never touched or stood on a bike. Now I've done, almost 750 miles of the Trans-American Trail on the bike. So I just jumped into motorcycling recently for the adventure side of it. The camping, backcountry stuff is like the back of my hand. For many years, I've long distance backpacked and such. So this tent, the Big Agnes Tiger Wall 3, look into it, take a look. If it fits your budget and it's something you want to do, you can get much smaller. The bigger thing, if you can spend just a little more, you get a lot smaller, keep your pack smaller. But when you got a tent, just grab a tent that works for you and get out there. Go camping, put a smile on your face, and worry about making your kit a little smaller later. Again, any questions, reach out to me. I'd love to have conversations about that, but just get out there, have some fun. So whatever kit works for you. When you're looking at battery chargers, there's a lot to choose from. Power and size, Anchor, year after year has proven that they are phenomenal products. They are bomb-proof, they don't weigh anything, and the battery packs work great. So this is my little 10,000 milliamp that I carry with me for my cell phone. Again, Anchor, I personally will only carry Anchor on most of my trips until another company can prove that they have this type of quality. This is the big, I think officially I've had this one now, wow, dating back to probably 2016, because I've done ridiculous amounts of backpacking with this thing. Also recording, so I had to recharge all my GoPros and everything. This is a 2600 milliamp, very lightweight, and works great. This is going to be about 9 years old. I can't believe it, but still works great. All right. Headlamps, dime a dozen, whatever works for you. I will say this Nikkor, if you take a look at it, this is, I think they called their NU25. It's a rechargeable battery, extremely bright. Man, I used to charge it once a week when I was backpacking all the time. This is my 4th motorcycle trip, and I haven't had to charge it even close yet. But they're a dime a dozen. Grab one that works for you. A lot of companies make nice headlamps. This is phenomenal. And that would be it. So that really is how I am packing, getting it on the bike. So you can see the Himalayan, not the biggest bike, We're about right here. Minimum amount of gear. Works great. It doesn't affect the bike when I'm out there. Still can jump around, have some fun in sand. Trying to keep that the overall pack size down. I got into it, just seems the same thing happens in backpacking. You put so much on your shoulders, you can't have fun out there. And on motorcycle, you put so much on the bike that narrows down what you can do and how crazy you can get without affecting it. The overall rule though, guys, hands down, just get out there. You should saw me on my first time on the bike, the first time on an overnight backpacking trip. Too much gear, stuff hanging off everywhere. The main thing is pack the bike up, go find a campsite, get out there and camp overnight, put a smile on your face. It's just gonna have a lot of fun. I do want to show you one last thing here. This is my little camp table. Handful of companies make them. You know, the big thing is size. This is extremely small for camping. So this fit motorcycle camping just phenomenal. Let's see if we can clear a little space right here. Getting all over the place. Are we still in frame? Are we still in frame? We're still in frame. You can always go to the dirts. And if you're in a like an actual camp spot, or you're paying for a site, you know, you don't have to worry about those things too much. Just extremely strong. So I can cook on here, make my coffee on here, maybe set my craft beer on here. I don't know, I'm just saying. This one is Tom's Shoe. I'll put a link below. We've used their stuff right off camera here. You can't see as our camper van, which we named Eddie Vander, by the way. Vander, get it? So we've used it in there for a while. I'm starting to use one on my bike. They're just really nice to have, very convenient, makes camping a little easier. So I do recommend looking into one. Lightweight, easy to pack, but that's your gig if you think it can benefit you or not. I would say overall this is probably a luxury item, but it definitely makes camping a little bit easier. And that's it. This fits right on top of my bag, or right behind it, and you don't even notice it's there. So there's the kit, guys. That's what I'm carrying right now for 2023. I've had this so far. I'll link my camping videos here at the end of the video. You'll be able to click and see my playlist, but I've carried this on Trans-American Trail, South Carolina Adventure Route, Trans-American Trail multiple times, South Carolina Adventure Route known as the SCAR about 3 times, Appalachian Mountains, the Blue Ridge Mountains. This has been my camping gear for everything so far, and it has worked absolutely perfect, and we are having fun, guys. Sign off with this thought: just do it, live your best life, go ahead and get out there, no more excuses, just grab the bike and go camping. You can refine from there. But I appreciate your time. Hopefully this answers most of your questions. I love chatting with you guys, so if you leave a comment below, I will absolutely answer them. And keep adventuring. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Trying to grow this channel, trying to have a lot of fun out there with a good community. And don't forget to hit a little bell button, you know, bing, come along for the ride. I got to get all this in the house, and I need a cup of coffee. So we'll see you on the next adventure.